Hi guys, back with me again, Ati Kurniawan Yusuf. In this video, we can learn together about mediation variable and how to conduct mediation analysis in SPSS. Now, what is mediation variable? This is the illustration. For example, you are in Indonesia right now and then you want to go to US. Is it possible for you to fly directly from Indonesia to US? No, it is impossible because there is no direct flight from Indonesia to US. However, you can go to US if you transit. So from Indonesia, you transit to Japan and then go to US directly. It is possible. In this case, you cannot directly go from Indonesia to US. However, from Indonesia to US is still possible if you transit through Japan. So Indonesia to Japan, Japan to US. Japan here is the illustration of the mediation variable. Now let's learn from the business example. Now I have a question for you guys. What is the rationale between the effect of brand awareness on brand loyalty? How come when customers aware of a product, they can be loyal? Logically, these two variables do not have direct relationship. For example, the coffee product. It is impossible for the customer who just know about the coffee product, then they become the loyal customer directly. So logically and theoretically, that brand awareness does not have direct impact on brand loyalty. However, brand awareness can affect brand loyalty indirectly. So when people aware of the coffee product, they will try the product, and when they satisfy with the product, they will repurchase the product and become the loyal customer. In this case, brand awareness can affect brand loyalty through brand satisfaction. So brand awareness, after people aware of the product, they will try to purchase and there is possibility for them to be satisfied. If they are satisfied with the product, they will try to repurchase the product and become the loyal customer. Therefore, brand awareness affects brand satisfaction and brand satisfaction affects brand loyalty. In this case, brand satisfaction is the mediation or mediating variable. So, what is mediating variable? Mediating variable, or we call as intervening variable, is the bridge or middleman in a process to explain how independent variable can affect dependent variable. One more time, mediating or intervening variable is the bridge or middleman in a process to explain how an independent variable can affect the dependent variable. So, mediating variable is used to provide more accurate and comprehensive explanation between the relationship between the independent variable and dependent variable, since the direct relationship is absent, unlogical, or inconsistent. Like our previous example, logically it's hard to find the reason how come brand awareness affect brand loyalty. But turns out brand awareness can affect brand loyalty through brand satisfaction. This is the mediating variables. Now, how to conduct mediation analysis in SPSS? So for example, I have this model. In this model, I have two independent variables. They are product quality and also brand positioning. Independent variables is denoted with X, so product quality in this case is X1, brand positioning is X2. I have also one intervening or mediating variable, it is brand attitude. Intervening or mediation variable is denoted with Z. And then I have one dependent variable which is brand loyalty, that is denoted by Y. I have the research question here regarding this model. The first one is that, does brand attitude mediate the relationship between product quality and also brand loyalty? The second one is that, does brand attitude mediate the relationship between brand positioning and brand loyalty? How to answer this question? Let's try to analyze using SPSS. So the first step is that we need to divide the model into two. The first model, we want to regress the independent variables with the mediation variables. In this case, independent variables becoming the independent variables, while for mediation variable become dependent variables. So you can see the regression equation BA, it is brand attitude equals to alpha plus beta 1 PQ, PQ here is product quality, plus beta 2 BP, BP here is brand positioning plus error. The second model here is we regress the independent variables and also the mediating variable as the independent variables. So in the independent variables, there are product quality, brand attitude, and also brand positioning. And the dependent variable is the dependent variable itself, the brand loyalty. Why we need to separate into two models? Because we want to find the direct effect and also indirect effect or each product quality and also brand positioning on brand loyalty. So I have the data here. PQ is the product quality, BP is brand positioning, PA is the brand attitude, and also BL is the brand loyalty. For PQ, there are 4 indicators, BP there are 5 indicators, BA have 4 indicators, and BL have 5 indicators. This data has met the requirements of the validity, reliability, and also classical assumption test. Now let's directly regress the first model. For the first model, we will regress the independent variables as the independent variable and also the intervening variable or the mediating variable as the dependent variable. So analyze, regression, linear. We choose the independent variables are product quality and also brand positioning. The dependent variable in this case is the mediation variable. It is brand attitude. Okay, and then OK. Alright, in this case you can see the F-test shows that it is less than 0.05. So the model fulfills goodness of fit criteria. You can see here the sake of the product quality is less than 0.05. So does brand positioning. It means each product quality and brand positioning affect brand attitude. The effect of the product quality on the brand attitude is positive. The effect of brand positioning on brand attitude is also positive. We keep the result first and let's try to regress the second model. So, analyze, regression, linear. The independent variables here are the independent variables and also mediation variable. It means brand attitude is moved to independent variables and the dependent variable will be the brand loyalty, the dependent variable itself. So this is brand loyalty, then OK. This is the result. The F-test also fulfills the goodness of fit criteria since it is less than 0.05. And if you can see here, product quality does not affect brand loyalty since the p-value here is larger than 0.05. While for brand positioning and also brand attitude affect brand loyalty since the p-value is less than 0.05. The effect of the brand positioning is positive, so does brand attitude, while product quality does not affect the brand loyalty. We have the results of the two models. Right now we can combine it in a research model. Now let's write the result in the research model. So guys, if you see here, the independent variable is product quality and brand positioning, the dependent is brand attitude. Okay, if you see here, product quality to brand attitude is significant, right? Significantly positive. So I can write here, product quality toward brand attitude, it is significant and it is positive. And then brand positioning on the brand attitude, it is also significant and positive. Okay, so I'll write here significant and it is positive. Okay, now the second one, product quality on brand loyalty. It means this line, yeah, product quality on brand loyalty. It is not significant. If it is not significant, no need to see the direction. It is not significant. The next one, brand positioning on brand loyalty. It is significant and positive. So brand positioning on brand loyalty, it is significant and it is positive. Brand attitude on brand loyalty, it is also significant and positive. So it is significant and it is positive. Now we need to check the direct effect and also indirect effect. The first one, we want to know whether brand attitude mediates the relationship between product quality and also brand loyalty. Now let's see the direct effect and also indirect effect. The direct effect, it is from product quality to brand loyalty. If you see here, The effect is not significant. I can write it is not significant. The next one, let's analyze the indirect effect. The indirect effect, it means the product quality to brand attitude on brand loyalty. If you see here, product quality to brand attitude is significant and positive. Brand attitude on the brand loyalty, it is significant and also positive. This is how you can interpret the indirect effect. From independent to the mediating and mediating to dependent are significant, it is possible that the mediation variable mediate the relationship. Why is it possible? Because you need to test it again. Okay, you need to test it again using Sobel test. This is the formula of the Sobel test. If the result of the Sobel test is less than 0.05, it means the mediation variable can mediate the relationship between independent and also dependent variable. However, if one only not significant, for example, this is not significant and this is significant, or this is significant, this is not, or both are not significant, it means the mediation variable cannot mediate the relationship. Again if it is indirect effect, one only not significant, it means does not mediate. However, if both are significant, it is potential to mediate. You need to recheck using the Sobel test. How is the direction of the effect? You just multiply the sign. So this is positive, right? This is positive. So positive multiplied by positive, it will be positive. Okay, this is multiplication. Yeah, so the effect of the indirect effect is positive. Now let's try for the second one. Can brand attitude mediate the relationship between brand positioning and brand loyalty? So the direct effect, brand positioning toward brand loyalty, it is significant and it is positive. How about the indirect effect? The brand positioning on the brand attitude on the brand loyalty. This is significant positive. This is also significant positive. Since both of them are significant, it means it is possible, it is potential to mediate. We need to check in the Sobel test. And the direction here is positive times positive, it will be positive. Since both indirect effects are significant, let's check Sobel test. This is the formula of the Sobel test. However, it is complicated, so I think it is better for you to search Sobel test calculator in the internet. So we just input the number only and then the result will appear. So this is how you can do it. So the first one, we want to analyze whether the brand attitude can mediate the product quality and also brand loyalty. There are A, B, SEA and also SEB. A here is unstandardized coefficient from independent to mediator variable. So it is from product quality to brand attitude. Okay. SEA, it is the standard error from product quality, the independent variable, and also brand attitude as the mediator. Okay. If you see product quality to brand attitude is this the unstandardized coefficient is 0.338 and the standard error is 0.111. Okay. And then B, it is from the mediator variable to dependent variable. It means from the brand attitude on brand loyalty. Okay. The unstandardized coefficient 0.429 and also the standard error is 0.180. We just calculate. There is the result here. You can check from two-tailed probability. It is 0.0605. It is higher than 0.05. It means we can say brand attitude cannot mediate the relationship between the product quality and also brand loyalty. Even though the relationship are both significant, but using the Sobel test, we can note that actually it doesn't mediate since the p-value, the two-tailed probability, is higher than 0.05. Now let's check whether the brand attitude can mediate the brand positioning on brand loyalty. The A here, again from the independent variable, the brand positioning toward brand attitude, the mediator. So it is 0.745 and then the standard error 0.096. Well, this is the same, yeah, from the brand attitude on the brand loyalty. Okay, 0.429 and 0.18. Then calculate. We can see in the total probability here it is 0.02. It is less than 0.05. So I can conclude that brand attitude can mediate brand positioning on the brand loyalty. Do you get the idea, right? So our conclusion is that brand attitude cannot mediate the relationship between the product quality and also brand loyalty, while brand attitude can mediate the relationship between brand positioning and also brand loyalty. Now, this is the important thing for you guys. There are several types of mediation variable. So the first type is partial mediation. It is when the direct effect is significant and the indirect effect is also significant after tested using the Sobel test. If both have same sign, for example, the direct effect positive, the indirect effect also positive, then we call as complementary partial mediation. But if the direct effect and indirect effect have the opposite direction, for example, the direct effect is positive, the indirect one is negative, we can say they have competitive partial mediation. However, if the direct effect is not significant, while the indirect effect is significant after tested using Sobel test, we can say it is full mediation. While if indirect effect is not significant after it is tested using Sobel test, it means there is no mediation. In this case, in the relationship between product quality and the brand loyalty, brand attitude cannot mediate or there is no mediation, since the indirect effect is absent after tested using Sobel test. However, in the relationship between brand positioning and also brand loyalty, brand attitude can mediate. Let's check using this graph. The direct effect is positive. The indirect effect is also positive. The direct effect is significant. The indirect effect is also significant after tested by the Sobel test. It means it is categorized as the partial mediation. What partial mediation? The sign is the same. It is positive and it is positive. We can say that brand attitude is the complementary partial mediation.